Art students, Brian Proctor back with another drawing lesson, and today I thought I'd do something a little more different. I'm going to show you guys how to do a walk, characters walking, because we always show our characters in dramatic positions, but we never really show them in just a basic everyday movements. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do the walk. So let's get started. All right, let's do the steps to walking. Yeah, you see what I just did? Steps walking. And the reason I decided to do walking is because we or other artists always try to do these power drawings and these all these exciting moves when we draw, but rarely do we show you the simplistic stuff, the simple stuff like walking or just sitting or laying down or something like that. It always has to be dramatic, but in every comic book there is a time where your character is not doing anything dramatic, like drinking a cup of coffee or you're talking on the phone. So you have to do that sometimes. So the key to walking, and I'm trying to decide if I want to turn my paper upside down or not because I don't want it to go off, is the center line. So you have your torso. Let me do this a little darker because my light is really weird right now. Torso, hips, or waist, hips. And it has to fall on that center line. And yes, my center line is off. Now, as I said, the key is to follow that center line. That foot has to be, the stepping foot, the foot that steps out has to be on that center line. So if I draw the foot here, which is like just half a triangle, and I do the rest of the leg, his knee, and that. That is the key to drawing. It has to be on that line. Where that line comes down, that heel, that side of that foot has to be on that line. Whereas the second leg, you make it go back. It's going to come back somewhat behind this leg, like this is the knee. So the knee should be a little higher up. Then you have the calf, and then the foot. And remember, it's going back. So then the foot, like that. So, and that's a word I have to stop saying. So. Now, when doing that, you're going to turn, and there is something like a grain of salt or something under my finger that's really just bugging me. You're going to have the character turn just a little bit, not too much. So, because the more you turn, the angrier the walk is, and we'll get into that in a second. And then you're going to have the head, and this bad boy is just about coming off. So you're going to have the head, and then you're going to have just a slight dip in the shoulder blades. It's not going to be straight across. It's going to just slightly dip down because he is rotating forward just a bit. So you have this and this. This one's going to come down and come close to the body because it's kind of almost swinging behind your character or behind his body. So you want to have this arm or this hand close to the body, where you have this hand could be out more. And of course, this one is going to be shorter than this one, or it's going to be higher. The bottom of your fingers or your hand is going to be a little lower than this hand. Slow it down, Brian, slow it down. And then of course, your shoulders, that V for that center here, and then your head, like so. So if I actually really put the rest of the arms on, like that, is your bicep for here, and like that. And you have that, as I say, that little bit of a twist in the body, in the torso, for that walk. Now, as I said, this is the center thing. If this guy's walking a line, if he's walking on a line, he has to be on that line. When you walk, especially women models, you see how women models, they always put their foot directly in front of the other one because they're walking that line to make their hips move up and down, to make it more sexy, feminine, what have you. But this is the key right here. And then you in the videos, I say you leave a little split, but this leg is actually coming in front of that leg, so you really won't see that split so much. Now, did I say now again? Or so? If you are doing somebody that is, and I'll do a smaller one quickly. If you are doing someone that is fast moving, so I don't want to say running. Come down to that center line again. Here's that foot. The higher you have that foot, this foot is down low. So he's kind of like just taking a general stroll. He's like walking down the corridor, and you can have your character coming to a meeting or something. He could be the commander of the team, and he's just walking to the conference room, or he's walking beside one of his teammates, or the group could all be walking, side by side to whatever the mission briefing or what have you. So, but, and I said so again, the higher you have that foot, the more quicker that person is walking. So the knee would be here, this, what is that, the shin, and the foot would be up here. So between that and that, the higher it is, the faster that person tends to be walking. Now, if I did another one here, and this is my quick body. This is how I do a quick body, like that, quick torso. And I have another here. And you can go a little past the center line. If that line drops down, that foot has to be right here. If it does that, you can go a little bit past it. But if you go too much more, like if I go out here, he'll tip over. If I remove this, where's my eraser? If I just did his leg like this, he'd fall over because you have all this weight and then you're standing right here. Unless you kind of counterbalance that weight. Like if he's doing a really, really, really hard run, it might work, but you'd have to counterbalance this top part. So, let's do this again. Center line. Foot's on that center line. And if I did it like this, and the foot was here, the legs bent, this is the knee, you won't see the shin, and maybe, let's just say you see just a bit of it. Where is my ink pen? And those things always disappear, and I just had the thing, and I need it. Let's say this is the knee, this is the shin, this is the part that you'll see, that little piece right there, and then you have your foot. That's more of a run because it's lifting higher off the ground. Now you can have, but we're getting into runs, and I wanted to get into walks. And there are all sets. There are, what is the word I'm looking for? When you walk, there are stages. That's what I'm going to say. Stages when you walk. You won't always have that front foot up. You might have the opposite foot back, but you could be bringing this back foot around to step down. So there are all different stages of walking. And I was going to do something with this, but I just forgot what in the world I was going to do with this to show you the stage of walking, I guess. All right, I think I know what I was going to do now. I was going to say, you can bring it out. You can bring this leg out a little bit. So like you step with this one. But if you bring that out and down, that's more of that would be more of kind of a run, again in the running. But you would have to bring this one out just as much and then down. And that would be getting into your runs at that point. But keeping the legs close together, to keep it on that line, keeping your legs close together makes for a walk. As I said, stay on that line. Keep that leg down low, that foot down low. And then twist that body just a little bit. If you twist it too much, and I'll say this one, I'll do this one. If you twist it too much, that's more of I don't even want to say an angry walk. Because you'd have your chest here. It would turn right here. You'd have your delt here. And maybe that arm would go across the body like that. Whereas this arm would be back here somewhere, be behind that part of the torso. And that's kind of going into a strange run, walk, shall we say. But you don't want to twist. You just want to just a little tiny bit of a twist. Not too much. If you do straight on, then it looks kind of like the person's marching. Let me do this one real quick. And then I'll do a female before we go, so I can get demonetized. Because that's what YouTube does. Thinks you're drawing nudity. And I'll bring this leg down just a little bit more. Draw a foot, Brian. So if I'm walking, by twisting hard, it looks more like he's running because that shoulder is coming and then you tilt it. Don't forget to tilt that. Because that shoulder is coming out in the front, so you'll say, oh, this guy's running, not a walk. It's just weird, a weird twisted kind of walk. So you want to kind of keep it straight-ish. As I say, you have just a little bit of curve right here. So you're going to see a little more of the side chest here than you would there. Keeping that hand close to the body. This one going to be out more and a little further down. And just a little bit of twist. You have your leg, your knee comes out like that. The calf and that ankle, and put that foot on that line. Keep that other foot, here's your knee here, it's going to kind of curve in a little bit, your calf, and then your foot right there. So basically that's your walk. And let me do a woman just because I said I was going to do it. What was I going to do to that one? You did the twist, the too much twist, the leg is high, this is kind of a run. And if you do that, you'd have to, the faster you walk or you run, the more you would have to lean the torso down. You'd have to lean the torso down more. So if this leg is out, we'd have to do something like this. The head would be down. The arm would come and out like this, and maybe across the body, like that. And this one would be, how would that arm be? Could be like that. So yeah, that would be more of your running position. And then of course, if you were running hard, no, that wouldn't be a running position. That would be more of a leaning or walking really fast, really angrily fast kind of walk. But a run would be more of your leg all the way up that oval, then that calf, like that. I don't know what the foot would be placed on the ground, and this one could be like that, back, and this foot could be here, and this foot could be down, but it's got to be on that line. So in correcting that mistake that I just made, or showing you exactly what in the world I just did, put this foot down, this foot is going to be up. Thank God for Sharpies. This one would be up in the air, you'd see some of that, and then the foot, like that. Then of course, as I said, his body was going to be hunched over a little bit. This one I would probably just a little bit of the bicep and then the forearm like that. And of course the head is going to be down into the neck. But that's a run. We're not doing runs. So I said a woman. So let's do a woman real quick. Now, the way I do women, a quick woman's body is you hear people say the woman shaped like an hourglass or Coke bottle. So I tend to use the whole hourglass thing. Triangle, the bottom, another triangle like that. So this is going to be the length of the woman's torso and hips right here, this whole triangle thing. You kind of want it to almost be this point and this point straight down. You can make the shoulders a little more narrower. Narrower is one of my hard words. So this is the shape that I start out with. When I'm doing a quick woman, I do that, and then I curve it around like that, and then here comes the legs. The legs going to be a little short. It's going to be off the page because I made the torso so big. Again, center line. I'm going to give her short legs, okay? When you do a woman's leg, I'll do it from the side. Usually I'll do straight. In the beginning, I'll do straight for the inside, like this. Do it from the side, straight down, and on the outside, it's just curve in and curve back out like that. It's just pretty simple. Big thighs. And then you have your knee right here, so you get add a little more curve to it. Like that later. But it's just, this is a quick way. Just curve in, find the knee, and curve back out the calf, and then there. And it's going to be short, as I said. Let me put the foot here. Let me get this up so you can see it. Let me put the foot right here. And then slim that leg a little bit more. Like so. And then the other one. And as I said, there are stages to walking. So if it's going to be a slow walk, let's say this is her heel here. You want to put the other one basically on the ground. Or you can have it up. Remember, as I said, the higher it is up, the faster that person is moving. So let me get some more shape to this leg. And then this other leg can go behind it. Because I don't know how to say that about the woman's hips. You want the hips rounder, and it's kind of like when she puts her foot back, it rounds off the hips a little bit more. That's why you see a lot of models stand like that, or they walk hard when they do the little catwalk, walking that line, foot straight in front of the other, and nobody really walks like that. They kind of walk like this, close, but not in front of one another. And there's the knee, and then the calf, and then the more you can put it more behind, because a lot of women will walk like that, so you can put the foot almost to where you cannot see it. As I said, there are stages to walking. And then one hip is going to be, the forward hip is going to be up. But if you got clothes on the character, it doesn't make a difference. And then that, just a little bit of twist. So it's opposite. It's always opposite. Just a little bit of turning the shoulders. Doing the head and the neck and the woman's shoulders. When I do the delts, it's inside that triangle. Like that. And then add a little more shape to it later. But as I said, there are all stages to walking. So even if I brought this out, bring this leg out a little bit more, where you can see that leg a little bit more. This is the knee line, like that. So let's just say I brought that leg out more, like so. So this is kind of like the back leg is finished being on the ground, and it's just about to come up. So it's about to come up and become the front leg. So it's going to be coming from around the back of that leg, and you'll start to see it. You'll still see some cut off, but you'll start to see it come up. Come up. What are you saying? And then that foot back here. So it'll go behind the leg. For that, this foot is firmly planted and all the weight is on that foot. This one is just being finished being dragged behind, and now at the next stage it's going to lift up and come around. So when you lift it up, you're going to see it's going to come from behind here like this. You're going to see that knee that comes from behind there. Not you. So there's that. And that foot is going to be up on that toe to come from behind there. And then same thing, repeat. This one's going to drag back. This one's going to bend up and then go and then touch that. Touch down. And when you draw a woman, you don't want the man's shoulders like this. The neck comes down. You have that mountain. Then you have the delt right there, followed by the arm. When you do a woman, you want it to come sloping around, kind of like a water slide. You have the delt that's round, the arm, the bicep, which sucks in, and then the forearm, which sucks out, which goes out, and then you have the hand right there. So, and then of course, the upside down heart for the chest. That's all I'm going to do because I don't want to get demonetized. And then your collarbone. So yeah, that is the walk. It's a quick walk. But as I say, just remember when he steps, you have that center line from your center of the collarbone. That's called something. Your center of your chest, center of the crotch, come straight down, and your side of your foot is going to be on that line. As I say, if you take it in too much, I'm fighting with pins here. If you take it in too much, he's either running really hard or he's about to fall down. You can bring it in, but as I said, you have to balance the rest of it out. But that's more of a run, not a walk, because it's got to be on that line. Don't twist it too much. Just a little bit of twist. Keep that there, and that other line, that other leg kind of behind it. Keep it low. The higher it is up, the faster the cat's walking or female's walking. So yeah, keep this one hand just a little higher. The back hand's going to be higher than the front hand. And even if you have the hands open, it's still going to be, higher than that. And then you should have your nice little walk. And then your people on the other side could have different side or different leg come out. So this cat could right here. And it could be in a different stage of walking. A different stage of stepping, shall we say. Where's your shoulders? Right here. Back arm you won't see. And then this guy back here who's going to be even further down. Drop his shoulders down to about right here. He's going to be further back. Torso, a little bit of hips, a little bit of waist, a little hip. This guy could be, let's just say, we'll put this leg all the way down. Straight down, bottom of the foot. Keep him on a different line. And then he could be in the middle of a step. That leg could be coming around, that foot could be coming around, about to come around this leg and take that second step. As I said, there are stages to walking. But remember, twist the chest just a little bit. Try walking toward a mirror. If you have a mirror, try walking toward a mirror and keep that center line straight. It's kind of hard. It's like being a robot or a soldier or something. So yeah, like that. This guy's out of the picture. He's not in the group. So yeah, so as I say, you can have a team or a group of people just walking to the conference room or walking to the jet. Maybe they're going to go to the mission and they're just walking, and this guy's giving the orders to the other guy, and this guy's talking back, and hey, look, it looks like a comic book. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Because that's how you make a comic book. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, a little short video. And yeah, I was going to say something, but I'll tell you guys probably in a later video. So yeah, just remember those steps, and then you can have the walking, And of course, you don't always have to show the feet. The feet can be cut off, or if it's a close up, just be like that. But just remember to get a little bit of a twist. The closer you get, try to give them a little more twist so you can see that they are moving forward and not just standing still talking to one another. So that's it for this quick little simple video. I will see you guys again on another video. I'm out. All right, hold on one second. Now, this is my thumbnail that I'm going to be using, and I forgot to mention one thing in the lesson. Whenever you move forward, your torso is going to come forward slightly, and then you'll see more of that diamond, which I talk about. If you follow me, you'll understand what I'm saying. Instead of being straight across like this, depending on the angle of the shot, but usually you will lean down, especially if it's a nice hard walk. You'll see more of that diamond shape than just being flat like that guy. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in. This is the thumbnail. Just finished it, but yeah, as I was drawing it, I remembered I forgot to mention it. So that's it. Next video.